My humble advice to all the youth and to all people, including myself, first of all, do not doubt the institution of Marjayyate. This institution was established by our Imams, Salamullahi alayhim. And because of that, this institution has played a significant role through the barakah and the blessings of the Ma'soomeen alayhim wassalam to protect the Shia. And a couple years ago, we witnessed a great example of that. Other school of thoughts, they actually are envious of this. Some of their scholars are saying, we wish we have as much influence over our followers as those people have of their followers. One man issues one verdict, one law, 3 million people jump to follow him. A century ago, one marja' issued one law about tobacco. Millions jumped to follow him. 80, 90 years ago, another marja' issued a fatwa about resistance. People followed. That institution is an institution established by the Imam Salamullahi alayhim. Let's respect it, not challenge it. That's one advice. Second advice, let's have a trust in this institution. This institution over the past 1200 years approximately, give or take, has proven itself. This is not an institution that's just brand new, we have doubts about it. Go back 1200 years and you'll see this is something that is well rooted, well respected. So then why do you have a doubt about something which is strong, established on substantial evidence and basis by the Imam Salamullahi alayhim, proven itself over the course of 1200 years? What doubt do I have in my mind then? Third, when it comes to your khums, don't have a doubt. It's wajib, we need to pay it. If you send it to the Marjayyate al-Taqleed, may Allah bless them, trust that they are spending it in the best way possible. To the best of my very limited knowledge, the Marjayyate al-Taqleed himself never takes anything more than what he really needs. And some of them don't even take a penny from it. And they live really in poverty. These Marjayyate al-Taqleed. I tell my respected youth and everyone, if you can, please do me a favor and do yourself a favor. One summer when you're off in school, go to the seminary in Qom, go to the seminary in Najaf. Study there for a little bit, or at least attend. See what they go through, these Marjayyate al-Taqleed, to become a Marjayyate al-Taqleed. How many days he goes without food when he was a student. How much hunger he's experienced, how much poverty he's experienced, to the point where I know some Marajih who are alive today, they lost their children. They lost them, they died. They couldn't, because of poverty or lack of money, they couldn't afford, in some cases, to take their children to hospitals, to doctors, and so on and so forth. They lost some of their children. With all this pain, that's how the marja' becomes a Marjayyate al-Taqleed. With all the struggle. When we experience this, then we'll have some appreciation to what that marja' does and to who that marja' is. Let's appreciate this. Finally, to some people, like the one we had in this, where he says, I decide not to follow a marja' for whatever reason. And others who may criticize the marja'iyyah for whatever reason, which is invalid, as I mentioned earlier, because it's established by the Imam Salamullahi alayhi. It means that he is rejecting the Imam's words. I tell all those people, including the academics, and by the way, I have a PhD, so when I speak of academics, I'm one of them. With all due respect to all of you, and to each and every person, one of you, those who criticize the marja'iyyah, where were you when the crisis happened in Iraq a couple years ago? Who listened to you? Who listened to your fatwas? Who listened to your pens? Who listened to your writings? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made one man with one word or one statement have 3 million people rise to defend the country. I'm from that country. And I saw the country collapsing in front of our eyes. We saw this. Maybe within a matter of hours, the whole country would have collapsed. What saved the country? Who saved it? Okay. An academic saved it, a politician saved it, a lecturer saved it, the ulama saved it, Marjayyate taqleed saved it. If that's not enough evidence for you, what else would you want to be convinced? So let us give some respect to these ulamas. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to follow Ahlul Bayt alayhim as-salam. Ahlul Bayt ordered us to follow these ulama, and as the hadith of the Imam salamullah alayhi says, I am the hujjah over them. I'm overlooking what they do, and khalas. Between us and the Imams, here is what I'm going to do. I'll leave the rest up to him. He'll take care of it. Inshallah, may Allah guide us to become among the most sincere followers of Ahlul